What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I don't know if you've noticed this. I know I've noticed it. The advertisements this year around, the month of June, Hetero Awesomeness Month, have been absolutely muted. They've been reduced by, I don't know, if I had to guess, somewhere around 50%. I rarely see it anymore. It's like if I do see it, it's like a quick post. That's it. I think we're at like a relative all-time relative history low of companies changing their bios to pride flags. And now we have the science to back it. In fact, there's been a huge drop in the various amounts of pullback. Why? Well, because people got sick of it. And this is all stemming from essentially the Bud Light incident. Of course, modern retail is now blaming and saying, "Oh no, members of the LGBTQ community are not making as much money off who they sleep with now because pride marketing's gone down." They're the real victim in this. They're whining that they're not getting enough jobs, as many jobs as they used to based on who they sleep with. I wish I was kidding. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, but I have a coffee company. It's at coffeebrandcoffee.com. We've been in business 2 years now. We roast our own beans, fresh on demand, ultra small batch. You're not going to find a fresher coffee available anywhere. We have about 30 different varieties. We have real cacao cocoa. We have K-Cups available. All of it's our own specific blend. This isn't some drop ship trash like some other people might sell. And promo code TheQuartering will give you a discount on your first purchase. Our blueberry cobbler is one of our best sellers. Obviously, we have unflavored coffee, our 003. We have a new ultra dark roast called Silky. We have a silky dark roast that's ridiculously delicious. And we're not woke. So if you're looking to try some new coffee, promo code The Quartering over at coffeebrandcoffee.com. I'd love to earn your business today. Companies blasted for supporting Pride last year, like Nike and Target, appear to pull back in 2024. Well, it's just a shame, isn't it? It's just a shame to see that. You can see this. Key facts. Oh my God, could you cram more ads on here? Says the guy who just did a coffee ad. Some companies that faced online furor and boycott calls last year for supporting Pride Month seem to have backed off this year. Hence, bullying works. They've either reduced the scope of their Pride marketing campaigns or refrained from making posts celebrating the LGBTQ community on social media. They don't need to be celebrated. They just need to have the same rights as anyone else, and that's fine. Somewhere along the lines, we went from, let them get married or bake the cake to this insanity, to this weird worship. We didn't have to do that before. All we had to do was treat anyone fairly, and I think that's all that needed to happen. But suddenly it became, oh no, you need to affirm us, you need to worship us, you need to give us special discounts on stores, you need to allow us into the schools to talk to your kids, we need to be in your churches, we need to be in the women's room, even though we're biological men, and people have had enough. Here's some examples. Bud Light, the biggest boycott target last year for its brief marketing partnership with Dylan Mulvaney, has not mentioned Pride on social media and has instead promoted its partnership with Ultimate Fighting Championship and MMA fighter Dustin Poirier. Nike, also targeted for last year for advertisements in which Mulvaney modeled leggings, has not made a single Pride post on Instagram. Yet, despite posting an advertisement for its Animal Be True Pride merchandise on June 1st last year, Nike's Be True website still only references its 2023 collection, and there is only one Be True shirt available for purchase in its online store. Target, which already said it would scale back its Pride merchandise collection this year after sparking backlash last year, has not posted a single Pride post on Facebook, X, or Instagram. North Face previously garnered pushback for its summer Pride events in 2022 and 2023 in partnership with drag queen Patagonia, but made no announcement of the event this year and does not appear to have released a Pride collection online as in previous years. The United States Navy, which sparked controversy last year for updating its Facebook profile picture and cover photo to rainbow colors for Pride Month, also did not do that this year. I mean, this is good. They're afraid. They're legitimately afraid. And this also tells you another important fact. The boycotts worked. It cost them money. Like, it absolutely cost them money. Because if it didn't, they'd just be doubling and tripling down, right? Like, that's pretty obvious that they would just be still doing it. A long list of companies last year faced online anger from conservatives over the support of the LGBTQ community in months leading up to and especially during Pride Month. The first major target was beer brand Bud Light, which had gifted TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney. By the way, have you seen any Dylan Mulvaney ads? Nope, I haven't. Now, maybe they exist in like the makeup world or something like that because, you know, that's still a safe space for, you know, individuals that want to promote that kind of stuff. Hey, that's fine. Maybe that's where you're going to get a lot of men who wear makeup. I don't know. But, you know, essentially, Target announced last month it would scale back its Pride Month. $3.9 trillion is the estimated annual purchasing power of the LGBTQ community, according to a corporate advisory firm, that LGBT Capital. Oh, I wonder why they might overestimate that number. The United States estimated to make up $1.1 billion in total. Expect fewer rainbow logos for LGBTQ Pride Month after Target, Bud Light Backlash. This was in USA Today. It's not just fewer. It's they've completely abandoned it. Completely. If you look at this, poll now finds declining Canadian support. Even the Canucks have had enough. And the eve of Pride Month, a new poll has found declining support for this event. The Ipsos survey polled adults in 26 countries and a variety of metrics. Canada found that it was among the few countries where support for rights and visibility appeared to register precipitous drops. Again, I don't care. Like, tell me a right that gay people don't have. And we can agree. Give me one. A single one. Give me a single one that an LGBTQ member doesn't have that a straight cis male has. Just one. And we can agree, and I will fight for you to have equal rights. Okay? But I'm not going to worship you for existing. I'm not going to, you know, bend over backwards to, you know, affirm your ideologies. That's just not what I want. I don't have to do that. That's my right. Just like it's your right not to have to celebrate hetero awesomeness month. And then you see this modern retail. For many queer influencers like Elise Don't Care, Pride is the biggest month of the year for brand sponsorships. Throughout the month of June, a plus-size fashion lifestyle blogger, so they add nothing to society, posts video on TikTok or Instagram featuring sponsored products that cater to her LGBTQ followers. In 2022 alone, this individual worked with 35 different brands, and 1/3 of her annual revenue came from Pride sponsorships. That's actually lower than I expected. This year, those figures are a lot smaller, and she says it's because brands' appetites for Pride marketing have weakened amid widespread pressure from anti-LGBTQ conservatives. I'm not anti-LGBTQ. I know I have gay viewers, I have trans viewers, and I respect you, and I appreciate you. I'm not going to worship you. Just like I would never expect you to do that for me, or my lifestyle, or anything I choose to do, right? That's the normal default setting for normal people. You know, you see this. This year's Pride will be just a regular month. Yes, they said in an interview. Whereas I used to make 1/3 of my yearly income, I would say I'll make 1/12 of my income this year. The pullback comes just after Target announced earlier this month that it would be scaling back its Pride monthly offers. The retailer said its Pride products are only available about half of its stores. Protests against brands with Pride Month products from marketing campaigns reached a fever pitch. Look, it was not simply because they had Pride products. That's the gaslight that they want you to believe. The gaslight is that, oh, it's just a bunch of bigots that don't like gay people. That's not true. Target had been selling LGBTQ Pride products for an extremely long time, 10 years plus. Where were all the boycotts? There were none. That's the correct answer. There were none. You want to know why? It's because people don't care. It was when they had the products targeted towards infants and kids and books for kids and tuck-friendly swimsuits where people said, all right, enough is enough. Live and let live. Love is love. That's fine, but stay away from the kids. We left you alone, and looks like you couldn't stay away from the kids. Typically, we have several Pride projects in the works that we would have already had ready for a June launch, but this year, there's nothing. Zero, another influencer said. When I talk to others in the industry, whether they're smaller LGBT media companies or marketing firms, they say they're all suffering the same thing. In the UK, a similar chilling effect is being felt. According to Chris Doon, a co-CEO, by the way, there should be no co-CEOs. You're the chief executive officer. You don't have two CEOs. Anyway, total marketing budgets in the UK reached their highest levels in almost a decade in the fourth quarter of 2023, and now they're not spending money on Pride crap because it doesn't pay. Target's poor Pride Month decision proves companies can't have it both ways. You can't. You either support it and you deal with the backlash, or you don't, and you deal with the backlash. I mean, Bud Light learned that too, right? When Bud Light pseudo-bent the knee, there was immense backlash from the LGBTQ community, which represents a whole 1% of their total sales. The problem was the backlash from the other community represented 15% of their sales, a amount of sales that they never got back. Then now you see more people calling this out. BMW targets specific audiences with Pride Month marketing. This is just the meme around, oh, you don't do that in Saudi Arabia? Why? Then you get Fox News. 10 NFL teams so far declined to bow to Pride Month messaging. Not every team appears to be celebrating Pride Month. That said, last year there were also a bunch of teams that never made Pride posts. There's no reason for it. There's no need for it. It has nothing to do with football. As up until yesterday, the Green Bay Packers hadn't made a post, but I think they made a post today. I actually don't care if they just make a post. You're allowed to make a post, okay? That's fine. But when you change your logo for a whole month and you're spamming Pride crap for a whole month, I'm out. You're absolutely allowed to make Green Bay Packer fans are allowed, we support our LGBTQ fans. Cool. That's fine. It's just the full media blitz, the full sellout, the full deep throat that people are sick of. And it looks like major corporations have decided they're sick of it too. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is this trend going to get worse or going to get smaller, or is it going to bounce back next year post-election? If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow to the channel down below. And 5:30 Eastern, please go subscribe to my Quartercast channel if you're a YouTube viewer, or watch me on Rumble at rumble.com/C-as-in-Charlie/the quartering. Download the Rumble app, follow the quartering. I hope to see you tonight at 5:30 Eastern. I'll be joined by Melanie Mack. We'll talk to you again real soon.